Make it work, make it work. Now the fan is broken. Make it work. I'm running out of sweat.
Make It Work. It's Real Women Have Curves, the new musical based on the play that inspired the hit HBO movie.
Representation of something like this. When do you see this many brown women up there singing, dancing, and also just feeling, being able to show every part of themselves, bearing themselves. I'm so excited for a different audience. I'm used to a different audience, so I'm excited about this audience.
It's really just a story about the intersectionality of being a woman, being an immigrant, being a brown Latin woman. I think that it's so important to remember that we all have such different experiences and such different ways of living in our identity, no matter what your identity is. And I think that that's such at the core of this piece, and I think that it's a really, really beautiful and relatable story that everyone is going to love and really attach itself to. And I also just think it's really important right now in the time we're living in to uplift and shine a light on the story of immigrants.
9 years ago, when I moved to the city for the first time, I went to Drama Bookshop, and my husband, he took that play, Real Women Have Curves, a play, and he was like, you need to read this because this is so important for the Latina community and it's going to change your life. So can you imagine 9 years ago, I read it for the first time, and I read it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is my people. I know these people. And now to be doing the musical, it feels like a full circle.
For me, what the challenge has been and continues to be, how do I create choreography that feels like it's coming out of the characters, that is coming out of the circumstance, and that is not, all of a sudden I'm watching dancers. Because I think that's what I want to be for the audience to be able to understand and know and connect with is that their movement is coming out of their emotion, out of their celebration. And it's sort of like I'm kind of tailor making it to each one of them specifically because there are all so many, there are various body types and sizes. So I have to, so it's a real careful crafting of it.
I first knew about Sergio from his Tony acceptance speech. It's like iconic, and he talks about his immigration story. And I'm someone that got to this country when I was 10 years old, so I really connected with that speech forever. And then to actually meet with him and work with him, and to get to do this story where every single one of us has an immigration story, whether it's us or our families or our friends, I just feel like I see him walk every single day into the rehearsal room, and it means so much to his heart and his soul, and all of us are throwing everything we have into it because it's an honor to get to do this.
I am from Mexico City. Joy, one of our composers, she's a pop star, she's the biggest pop star in Mexico City. So I grew up listening to Joy. I would be in high school singing Espacio Sideral, and now to be singing her music here or something, she's like, what do you think about this lyric? Do you like it? How do you feel? And I'm like, you're the star, whatever you want.
Stitch by stitch, day in, day out, you'll never blink, face every doubt.
Just to think that I'm going to have a debut in a musical on the biggest stage that theater can offer, which is Broadway, is insane. I cannot believe I get to say it out loud. And it's just like, for me, I cannot wait for people to hear this story as a family story, as a friend story, as a coming of age story, as a sisterhood story. I feel it's something that everyone can relate to. And I just love the fact that it's so joyful.